Right, good afternoon. We're here to talk about an operation we're doing here citywide, countywide. It's called Operation Educational Encouragement. The way this initiative started is that we were getting a lot of calls at our substation from counselors, people making requests for children to show up for school. And when I say showing up for school, that means online. Some people weren't aware, so the intent of this is not to hammer the parents, but to educate them. We have a collaboration internally of deputies that include the special victims unit, Operation Safe Child, and our GRIP deputies. They're going to be going out to numerous homes and hopefully making contact with the parents and telling them why it's important for their children to make contact with the schools and making sure that they're all right, and to attend school via, I guess, the web-based schooling they're offering through APS or whatever school they go to at this point. I do have a couple of people here to answer the questions specifically, to include the sergeant. We also have one of our deputies that took part in our PSA, Angelina Navarro. So if you have any questions specifically for them, please ask. If you have questions at this point, we're willing to take them. Go ahead.
For the units that go out to these homes, will there be any fines or charges administered to any like online truancy?
We'll let the sergeant take that.
Currently, there isn't really
take your mask off.
I'm sorry. There currently really isn't a truancy law that's being followed in New Mexico, so to speak. This isn't supposed to be a punitive effort. This is supposed to be a proactive effort to encourage parents to get kids online or back into that virtual environment. We've had so much non-communication with the schools, with chronic children over and over again, and we always want to check on their safety just to make sure that they're okay. Because any kind of environment like that can be neglectful or abusive in any other way. Certainly if we come across an incident like that while we're out on these kinds of checks, we're going to address that as it's appropriate.
Another question. Can you talk a little bit about what types of families you guys are going to go be visiting? I don't want to use the word targeting, but who are you trying to help in this instance?
We're trying to help all the families in Bernalillo County. We're always trying to do that from this perspective. New Mexico is 50th in child welfare, and I think that's one thing the Sheriff's Department has done a great job at, is really trying to target that entity and make proactive efforts by creating a unit like this and getting this kind of collaboration to go out and try to do positive contact with the community. We certainly don't want any child to be abused or neglected, but if they are being abused or neglected, we're going to handle that case. In addition to that, if there's something that we can bring to the table or a resource that we can provide, we work with a lot of different outside stakeholders from our department to try and do that. And we're going to try to work with APS to give them this information back, to be able to provide that to them, to say, hey, this family might need X, Y, or Z, and this is something only maybe the schools can provide, kind of thing.
Did APS give you guys a list of their concerns, or homes that they're concerned about?
We have a list that's come in through the statewide central intake system, which is through CYFD. We've encouraged all parents and all persons basically to continue to report that information through CYFD because it's an already established system. So #SAFE on a cell phone is going to get you directly into someone that can report abuse, neglect, or concerns at this point regarding kids and whether or not they're communicating.
Any idea how many people you guys are going to be reaching out to today?
I think we have packets that are upwards of about 70 to 80 different families, and we have access for more all the time.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit what kind of resources BCSO anticipates might be needed during this operation, like that families would need?
You mean can you be more specific?
Yeah, so making sure that kids attend their online classes, what resources does BCSO anticipate that these families will ask for to help reach that goal?
I'll let the sergeant answer that.
I think a lot of times this is an issue of just getting connected to a direct contact at APS. Technology is an issue. Certainly we can't provide the technology, but we can give them what numbers we have available and the easiest contact to call their direct school. They have given me some information indicating that Mr. Villalobos would essentially be going out and trying to assist them with technology issues after the fact. family where they just need some support. And that's not really a law enforcement issue, so we have worked oftentimes with Aspen Project, Project Zoe, outside services, CYFD. We are always working to connect people with other resources outside of law enforcement to solve those problems that are not law enforcement problems. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else? All right, well, we appreciate you coming out. If you have any further questions or you want to interview the sergeant specifically, you're more than welcome to do that. Also, Angelina's here if you want to ask her any questions. We appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you.